Hi friends, it's Liz here. Thanks so much for joining me today. I have a quick project share, and I will definitely show you just at the end of the video how I put this together. I've been away for a bit. Oh my gosh, it's been really busy, you guys. As you know, the holiday season is upon us, and there's just so much to do. It's been, I took like a little bit of time off from filming because I just had so much going on. I've missed it though. I have to tell you that I really missed it. In my last video, I mentioned that we've also had a stop of our postal services. They've been on strike for about a month. So that's sort of given me time as well because I haven't had to ship anything out. Sadly, though, we're still also not receiving mail. So that's been a little bit hard to get used to, but you know, I guess we just kind of needed that break, right? So I will show you this project, which I had so much fun making, but I thought I would quickly remind you of this project that I did a long time ago. In case you're new to my channel and you haven't seen it, this is what I call my greeting card holder. So it's become a bit of like an album where I add, you know, greeting cards that I've received from friends and family. And I love, love, love this. I have a few of these on my shelf, and I thought I would remind you to check this out in case you wanted to put one together for the holidays. If you wanted to make one for a loved one, maybe with greeting cards, like maybe with Christmas cards, I mean, or maybe a special occasion, like if it's, you know, a special anniversary or a special birthday celebration. It is such a fun project to make, and I think what I love the most about it, let me see if I can find one here, is that you can read everything that has been written in the card for you because it opens up fully. So this one's, you know, I can totally read everything that was written in the card, and I just, again, I love it. So in case you wanted to make one, I thought I would mention that it is on my channel, and you can check that out, and hopefully you can make a nice gift for someone as well. Now, before you go there, this is also another fun gift I think that you can make for a crafty friend. I will link several videos that I have on my channel that show you different ways that I have made this, or at least different themes. And there's also different orientations that I have made this project. But essentially, it's an ephemera holder. I love how it turns out. It is a great project for a crafty friend because they'll totally get what this is. And you can just fill it with so many goodies. So I'll take you through it, and hopefully you'll get inspired to make something like this for a crafty friend. I've used most of the digitals, actually all of the digitals I have used here are from Making and Creating and Digital Collage Club. So I will link discount codes and information in the description box below in case you're interested in checking them out. So to get started, let me show you the front first of all. So I added a gorgeous image here. I did put some, you know, little bits and trims here. This one I think is Beebeecraft, and I do have a discount code for them if you are interested. Now, I should say I haven't finished this. This is how I've started it. But I wanted to show you before I fully finish it in case it inspires you to make one. So it's not too late to get started and put one together. All right, so on the front, you'll see that I have a pocket with some goodies. So this gorgeous image is from the collections that I mentioned. I wanted to use this little envelope that I had in my stash because it just reminds me of, you know, like mailing things out in Christmas. And then this piece here is just from a paper pad that I had that is Christmas themed, but it's not too Christmas themed, if you know what I mean. And then here we have a gorgeous image again from the collections that I'm using. I have combined a few of the Christmas collections into this one because they all go so nicely together. But I will link below if I remember a specific one, but if not, ask me about an image or a kit and I'll let you know. So the background here that I used is from their latest kit, which is a Christmas themed kit. Now, this kit is, I love the pages. And where did I put this piece here? I love the pages because they're not necessarily like a full Christmas theme. You can get away with maybe making it sort of like a, what's the word I'm using? Like almost like a shabby chic. So this is one of the pages from that kit. Something else I'm working on that I'll show you guys soon. But this is also from their Christmas kit. I'm using this here. And as you can see, if I didn't have anything Christmassy on it, it could just be used for anything. So I really love, love, love how they designed that kit. All right, so on the front, we already have a lot of goodies here. And then we've got a nice large pocket here with some more ephemera. So if you haven't guessed, what I've used to make this is paper bags. I have shown you, as I said, how I've made these before, but I really love putting them together. So anyways, another journaling card. I'm going to figure out what I want to back this with because I was thinking of making it into a little booklet. This is a little file folder that they have. I'm still figuring out how I want to finish that off. But, you know, usually I come on and I show you a completely finished project, but I thought I would just show you one that I've started because this is sort of how I start putting things together. And then I, you know, kind of add to it. I add ribbons, embellishments, that sort of thing. So I will definitely be back to show you the finished one once I'm done, but I thought I would get started with my sort of in-between part. All right, so we open this up. And let me check that you guys can see everything. So at the bottom here, I've added a couple of pockets again. And you can see the gorgeous images from their collection. This is also from there. And so I've added like a double pocket here. And then on the top section, I added this gorgeous image. This one is from another one of their journal kits. And I shrunk it down to make it small. Large pocket over here, and I've added just a piece of scrapbook paper because it has like a little bit of shine to it. So I think sometimes it's nice to add a little shine that's not necessarily attached to the piece. And then I use a piece that I had left from this kit when I was cutting it out. And then when you flip this down, you can see that I finished off this one here on the back, so it kind of looks nice and finished. It's not white. Now, of course, this piece I have to figure out what I'm doing with it because right now you're just seeing the white on it. On this section, I added a piece. Actually, this is the different thing that I added that's not in the kit. This came from an Ideals magazine. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It has a bunch of Christmas images, songs, just it's all Christmas themed, and it's just these beautiful images here. So I cut off a little piece to just decorate the bottom section. I added a little sticker here, and then moving on to the top, we've got another tuck spot here. I think I might stamp on this section, and then again, that's from the digital collection, and this is just a tag that I had from, I believe it was a Michael's kit that I had. And then here you see it's another small image, which basically is similar to this one. But the way I put these ones together is so you can kind of see them poking out a little bit from the front. So I've got that there. You can, you know, make a little note or write something on there if you wanted to. And then you've got, again, a nice large pocket in the back. I can still fit so many things back there. These images are from their Christmas ephemera collection, and I backed them onto just like a cream colored divider, like a binder divider, because I think it gives it a nice vintage look when you print on, not on white paper. So I think that worked out nice. You flip that down and you can see again, I finished off this section so that when you are flipping this down, it doesn't look white. And then here's another gorgeous image from one of their collections. I've added another ephemera piece. Again, all of these are their collection. And I think I might add some trim here or there. So I think I'm still adding trim to that. And then here, I didn't want to cover that up because this is another large journal page from that collection that I mentioned that they just released a Christmas kit. So I really love the image. I wanted to see the tree and the house in the background. So basically, I just added this gold trim. This one is from Beebeecraft. And yeah, another ephemera piece. I think I'll load this up with some more ephemera here. Now, there's another pocket in the back. And this one just has a glassine envelope. I've just added a few ephemera pieces again from their collection. I've got to finish these off, and then maybe I'll add some more goodies in here. Maybe some stickers or some ribbon. I haven't quite decided yet. And then here we've got the larger pocket in the back. Again, I shrunk down the journal page, and I'm definitely going to make something with this one. And then here, I just added a vintage Christmas card, which I really love these. I have like a little collection of these, and I thought that just kind of gave me an idea to keep adding more like large ephemera in the back. Maybe I'll make a small journal for that. And then when you flip it over, now of course, you know, you see white here, but I'll finish this one off for sure. You've got a pocket in the front and then another pocket in the back there. And this is, again, from their digital collection. And here's just the other green tag that I mentioned that I had from a kit from, I think it was Michael's. And I finished it off with their paper collection as well. So that's what I have so far, but I'm definitely going to be adding some more lace and some more, maybe some dangles and some trims. And you can see just how nice it looks when you just kind of flip the different sections. You can keep adding to it as much as you want. You can make it as thick as you want. You can also add a closure, but I'm not sure if I want to add a closure to this one yet. I think the other ones that I have on my channel, which I did a few years back, I've added closures to some of them. So like I said, I'll link those below so you maybe get inspiration of different themes and just different ways that I've put these together. What else? Yeah, there's different orientations as well. And you guys, I'm having so much fun putting these together. Like I said, I hope that you get inspired to start making your own. And I'll just quickly show you, you know, how to get one going. And hopefully you'll make some this weekend. And just before I forget, I have made many projects with Making and Creating and Digital Collage Club. I have an entire playlist, you know, showing you the stuff I've used from their collections. And I also have links, as I said, in the description box for discount codes if you wanted to join them annually or a lifetime membership. All that will be in the details in the description box below. And hopefully you'll get some more inspiration with the many projects I have made with their goodies. All right, so I have a few different sizes of bags here and different styles. I can't find my little polka dot one because I have a few of those, but I can't find it right now. So it's super easy. Like I said, all you have to do is, you know, fold your bags however you want to fold them to kind of show in the front. So I've got this one folded this way. So I used a small one in the front. I used the largest one in the center, and then I used a smaller one in the center so that I could vary it. Okay, so I'll do the same thing so that I don't mix you up. So I've got that there. That's going to go in the center like this. And then the smallest one, which I'm going to use this white one because that's all I have right now, goes on the front. All right, so there's the front one, the center one, and that one. And to attach them, the way that I've attached them before is, depending on how many bags you add, it could be, you know, easier to do this. You could just stitch right through them with your sewing machine. You could do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch to attach them together, or you can use a staple to, you know, kind of staple your pieces in there, and then they stay together. And I think this is what I did with this one. Yeah. So I did staple this one, and then I covered up my staples with some tape. But I've done it before, like I said, with, you know, stitching them in. And like I said, different orientations that you can make. These different sizes, it's just a matter of how you want to play with the placement of the bags and how many bags you want to use. So when these ones are attached together, then what I did for this one is I glued on this side so that I would have a tuck spot there, a tuck spot here, and then I added the little postcard to make an additional pocket on the front. The other ones that you're going to see, I leave them open so you can flip that down as well. And then of course you would bring this down, this would be attached, and then you have your other little pockets there. And then the back one, you would attach that down as well. So I would glue two sides so you could have a tuck here, and then I'd open up the bag. But I have all those details in the other videos if you actually want to see how I put that together. Okay, and just to quickly show you, you know, the easy way that I would put these together with a stapler. So I have this staple, which I love. It actually, you can turn it any way, which way you want, so you can staple in any direction. And that's what makes it easier to kind of attach anything that's larger than, you know, your average staple. I do have this linked below. I think it's my Amazon's favorite. I will link it below for you to check out. So basically what I do here is I hold my 3 bags together, and I know that my center is sort of right there. So what I'll do is I will just go to the center, or at least as close to the center as I can get. Because I know that my bag is, it's smaller on the outside, but now I've attached them, as you can see. As easy as that, my friends. And then what I did is I took, for this particular one, I've taken some tape, some washi style tape to cover up my staples, but you could use fabric on the outside, fabric on the inside, or ribbon. And now you have your started bag collection. Then the next thing here is you would cut off the edge of your bag. So then you've got a top there. You have this one here. The center one, you would have to cut this as well. Now you could have done this ahead of time, but I would just wanted to quickly show you, just so you can put one together. So now you've got another pocket there, the pocket here, this one. And then when you get to the back, you do the same thing. Just cut off that little top. And now you have a quick little ephemera holder that you can flip through and add all your ephemera to. All right, so I hope that gave you some ideas and inspiration. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you very soon with some more projects. I'll show you how I finished this one, and then I'll come back and show you my folio that I'm also working on. All right, my friends, thanks so much for stopping by.